So we sprayed it down with our waterless wash. We let it sit, which helps lift up any of the dirts. This is going to be the rinseless wash method, where we do use the one bucket with that one sponge in there to help lift any of the dirt off. One big thing you just always have to remember with matte finishes is that you do not clay a matte finish. No claying and no polishing. Clay it, you're going to mar it, and then you can't polish it, because if you polish it, now you're going to have a glossy car. You're going to shine it up. So this is how I like to do it, where you kind of just do one panel at a time. Once you get to the bottom, this thing's super dirty. What you could do is you could flip it, use this side, or if you're near your bucket, you can just grab it, clean it out, and then after this, you just dry it off and you're ready to go. All right, so for your panel prep, what I like to do, you can use any panel prep you want to use, right? My go-to is to make my own. So my go-to would be denatured alcohol. You can buy this in most stores like Walmart, Home Depot, Lowe's. And what I do is I put denatured alcohol and I'll fill it up halfway. And the other half, I'll put distilled water in it. When you're using it, you can spray it right onto the panel and then wipe it off with a clean microfiber. What I like to do is have 3 microfibers. And I like to have the cart labeled. So 1 goes here, your number 2 goes there, number 3 goes there. So you know your first 2 passes are going to be with the red. They're lower nap microfiber. And then for your final, I like to have a super fluffy guy, and more of an assurance microfiber with Max MF. It's matte friendly. So anything that is frosted, matte, satin, whether it's paint, PPF, wraps, vinyl, whatever you can think of. As long as it is a satin or frosted, matte, however you want to word it, color, you want to use Max MF on it. When I'm doing matte, it is always good to do a test spot. So something like that, I'll do a bit bigger of an area. Installing it in that X, and then boxing the X in. If you notice it's starting to get a little bit dry, you can just apply a little bit more product. Because wraps, this is a wrap finish, they will absorb a little bit more product than your average clear coat. And then what you want to do is just wait for it to flash. With MF, it's not going to do any of that like sweating or beading or rejection things like the other coatings. You're more of looking at it to absorb into the substrate, whatever it is, whether it's vinyl, PPF, or wrap. And once you see it start to dry out, then it's time to level it off. Just as you can see some of the white streak lines, you can see it start to absorb in. Now you can grab your first microfiber and start to just level it down. Grab your second one, and that's more just to polish it out. And at that point, it's pretty much gone, right? You don't see any lines, any type of overlapping, but I would still recommend just to get your final insurance microfiber and just polish over the area. So then by judging that flash time, now you know exactly how big of an area you can actually coat, which in this case, you could do this whole hood, you know, a full fender.
If you have any questions about System X Max MF, leave a comment below. If you're looking to sign up or learn more about System X, give me a call, or you can also text me at 860-553-3115, or you can email me at spersia@element119.com.